Hi guys, can you all hear me? And can you all see the video as well? Audio and the video both okay? Yeah, others all good? Okay, clear, right? Okay, fine. Good evening then. Good evening. Hi, hi. Good, good, good. Fine. Okay, did you all do the paper? Unit number 8? Yeah, others? Did you all give a try for that? Yes, ne? Okay, I think it's very less weightage, ne? A small, portion in your past paper. Am I right? What do you all say? Yeah, okay, it carries a very small portion. Okay, so unit 8, which is insurance. Fine. Okay. So if you take insurance chapter has a, so also, not last week. What's the last chapter we learned? The previous chapter before unit 8, unit 7. What was the chapter? What was the chapter? Money and banking. Okay. So now we are learning insurance. Can I know a similarity between those two? Yeah, unit 7, we learned money and banking. Correct. Can I know a similarity between those two chapters? Money and banking and insurance. What's a common thing you can see in these two chapters? Very good. Both chapters are about like a supportive services, auxiliary services. Okay, so unit 8 is also an auxiliary service which is needed for a business to run. Okay, so we need these services help to do something. What is that? Well, this you no need here because for 27 we didn't know. Okay, so we need the help of these services to do something. What? To do what? Because we are studying these services. So finally, we can do something effectively. Very good. To do trade effectively. Good. In order to do trade effectively, yes, we need the help of these services. Fine. So insurance, if you take insurance subtopics, first of subtopic is about importance of insurance. So insurance brings benefits for individual. It will bring benefit for businesses as well as for economy. And second one, you'll be studying about the principles of insurance. Okay, principles of
Oh,
insurance. Right. So importance, as I said, it will be for the business, for the individual. At the same time, it can be for an economy as well. So if you take the principles of insurance, say me the principles of insurance. Okay, I'll give a hint. You all say me what's that principle? Huh? The principle where the legal right to get insurance. Everyone can't get insurance. You have to have the legal right. What do you say for that principle? Very good. ඒකට අපි කියනවා insurable interest කියලා. Revealing all the true and material facts. All the true material facts among the insured and the insurer. Very good. For that, we say utmost good faith. Next one. Only the said risk, because when you take insurance, there are many risks you can cover. Only the damages which has happened through that risk, the compensation will be paid. Leave. But Nisa, no issues. Okay. Proximate cause. It's not indemnity. What is proximate cause? Only the exact reason. Okay. Only the exact risks will be covered. Okay. If there are 5 risks you have taken insurance, the damages which is occurring from those 5 risks only, you will get the compensation. For example, if you take insurance of fire, but if your house is damaged due to flood, you can't get compensation. Only the said risk will be covered. Next one. Only the losses will be compensated. Whatever the loss you face, that only they'll pay us what compensation for you. Very good. For that, we say indemnity. So indemnity has two sub-principles. What are two sub-principles of indemnity? Wait a minute. One is when you go and insure in many companies, first of all, will all the insurance company pay the compensation? Answer that question. When you go and insure your car, okay, or maybe a car only, in many insurance company, will they pay? Yes. Will they pay the equal amount of compensation? For example, damage is 2 million. Will all pay? No. Okay, one won't pay 2 million, right? Instead, they'll pay what? Very good. They'll pay proportionately, right? Based on a ratio. Okay. So for that, we say contribution. Good. Next, when you face a damage or a loss, okay, when you face a damage or a loss, if you are going to get any benefit from the third party, you can't enjoy that. You have to transfer all those benefit to the insurance company. Because why? Already insurance company paid for your compensation. You went and crashed a car, or maybe that car came and crashed you. So it's not your mistake. So your insurance company also pays you a compensation to repair the car. The next party, the party who came and crashed your car, that person's insurance company also had to pay. Why? Third party insurance, right? They also had to pay a compensation. So you're getting two benefits. You can only enjoy one. You will accept only the compensation of your insurance company. The compensation which you are getting from other insurance company, you have to transfer to your company. For that, we say subrogation. Okay, so these are the principles of insurance. Okay. And also indemnity is something unique. Why indemnity is unique? Can anyone say me? In- Indemnity is a bit unique. It's a special. It has a special character. What is special character? Anyone? Very good, Ibbatul. Okay. Very good, Omindi. Indemnity, if you take, it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply for life insurance. For life insurance, you can't apply indemnity. If you can't apply indemnity, you can't apply contribution. You can't apply subrogation also. Plus, there are some other concepts also of insurance. For example, when you have a property which has a very high value, one insurance company can't bear the risk. So many insurance company will get together, form a team, a joint policy, and cover the risk. What do you say? Example for ship and aeroplanes and all. Think. We are a group of insurance company taking the risk value. For example, the ship value is 1,000 million. One company can't bear that, ne? So like four or five companies get together and they will form a joint policy. Careful, joint policy. Yeah, I didn't go for many insurance company. I went for one place only. Those buggers only got contributed. They only formed a team among them and they said, sir, your 1,000 million ship value, each of us will take like 200 million. So what do you say for that? It's not dual insurance, it's underwriting. That is underwriting. Okay, that is underwriting. So underwriting, okay, we issue something called the joint policy. Next one. If you go and insure in more than one company, what do you say for that? For example, your car. You're going to insure in like two or three companies, the same car. What do you say for that? ඒකට තමයි අපි කියන dual insurance කියලා. Dual means don't think two. It can be more than two also. Okay. Next one. You go and insure in one company. For example, you go and insure your property car. We'll say in Jana Shakti. But the Janashakti company is going to insure your car in maybe AIU because the amount of the value of your property is very high. The risk is very high. So Janashakti alone can't bear the risk. When you face any damages, they won't have the capacity to pay the money. So what they do is they go and insure your car in another company also. You didn't go. The insurance company is insuring your car in another company. So the car is insured two times. Very good. For that we say reinsurance. Reinsurance. Okay. Right. Next. And the third topic you have is the insurance policy. So there are only two types of insurance policy. What are two types of insurance policies we have? What are two main types of insurance policies we have? Very good. One is the life insurance. Other one is the property insurance or general insurance. So say me some example for life insurance. Say me some example for life insurance. There are four example for life insurance. The insurance that you take for your personal life. Very good. One is we can take is term insurance. Then whole insurance. Good. Annuity insurance. Another one for special occasions and all. Endo. Good. Next one. If you take property insurance, say me some property insurance. You all know the insurance which you take for your property. Very good. You can take motor vehicle. You can take fire, theft, natural disasters, liability. Okay. So those are the insurance, marine, which you take for are not third party and all. Those are for motor vehicle. I'm asking the main insurance policy. Okay. And also if you see the weightage, okay, you'd have seen when you are doing the paper, part one and part two. Part one, they'll ask for like 2 marks. Part two, they'll ask for 2 marks. So averagely, it is like 4 marks in your final paper. Okay, 4 marks in your final paper. And mostly they will ask in part two, they can ask in question number three or question number four. Is that clear? So it is better to insure in one company or many. It depends on the property. If it is a low valued property, insuring in one company is enough. But the value of the property is very high means it's better to insure in more than one company. Because why? When you face a damage, it's doubtful whether you'll get the compensation from that company. So it's better you go and insure in many companies. And also some people do that. You may think, sir, if you're insuring many companies, we have to pay high premiums. Then yes, some rich people pay many premiums because when they make premiums, they can enjoy something called tax benefits for you all no need. So that's the reason many people go and insure in many places. That's one reason. Another reason is when you insure in many places, you have a guarantee on the compensation. Why? Whenever you face a loss, definitely all the insurance company will pay the compensation. Why? Because one company it's not gonna pay the full amount. They'll pay only a proportion. So it's easy for the insurance company to pay that amount. So definitely your compensation is guaranteed. Okay, Harry. So quickly note it down. The intro. Any doubts? Next week we'll do both the weeks. Some unit 9 and 10 now. Third one is annuity. Fourth one is endowment. That yeah, they ask. Time. So time for MBS is for now. I have scheduled on a Friday 4:30 to 7. But most probably from next week it will change. Okay, I'll be keeping on Friday mornings because you have other classes also at that time. There are many classes clashing. So Friday mornings, since it's an idle time, we can do in that time. Okay. So please try to join the live session. Don't try to watch the recordings of that because in that time you can ask doubts and get it clarified. Okay, because more than a recording, live will be more effective. So better to join live. That's the reason I'm changing the time also. Because if I keep the recordings, if you have a time crash means if you are relying on the recordings, the first problem is you will stop watching the recording. The second thing is you won't do the paper. Okay, because when there's a live session, when you make it as discipline, you'll do the paper and join. Okay, so that's fine. Guys, done. I'll move on then. For what, Hirish? No, that's to be honest, that is affordable, right? For example, Balana, that's 5,000. 5,000 AK will be open. The tute itself will go like 800. So courier will be like 200 K, I will say. So 4,000. Okay, so it's the real price you all pay. Okay, and also there will be 12 classes. 12 classes means almost like 3 months. So 4,000 divided by 3, and how much you're getting? 1,000, 350 per month. This is your cost per month. That's the advantage. Even though that's like one time payment, 3 months ago, when you break it out for a month, you have to pay only 1,350. No, no. For MBS, there is no tune. It's completely paper. There will be 12 set of part one papers. You will have a short notebook also. And also a techniques guide. Techniques will say how to do this part one paper or elimination, selection. There will be like a guide working. Yeah. So for my students, I'll give an installment option for y'all. I'll update in the group on Friday. Okay, installment, you pay into installment. Okay, maybe 2,500 now. On May, pay the remaining amount. Okay. Yeah, no, 5,000 for the complete 3 months, not for per month. Per month, if I charge, I'll be rich man. Okay, it's complete for the 3 months, it's 5,000. One time payment. That's what it's cheap, but what to do? Can't go and prove, ne? No, I thought to increase, but 5,000 is enough for me. So then what do we do? Since we have physical classes on Friday mornings, don't go for the class day. No. If you join for MBS, you'll get the tutes couriered. It's completely free. Tutes, you don't need to pay anything. It will be couriered. Yeah, you can pay. No worries. Hey, Chutak join karla bayana guys because that's one of the effective program we do. Last year also it was party effective. Part one ne, because part two if you take many don't join. Like 8 questions ne, they do only 5 questions. The remaining three they don't give a concern. Part one ne ki the full syllabus is recap ne. Like 12 papers kiya ne, for example 12 papers thing. First you do the paper. One recap. Second, what happens? I will do the discussion. Second. So 12 times you will be recapping the syllabus. So that's a value addition economy. Uh, is that so? Hamna? Mara chutta pages evanna. Sir, for Colombo students, they are not delivering. Why is that? Are you from Colombo? So I'm from Colombo. Yes, why can't you come and take? If it is Colombo means, don't you go out of your home? Don't you go out of your home? No. Yeah, 50 question. Part 1, 30 MCQs, 20 blanks. Sorry, 10 blanks and 10 short answers. Can't come that far. From Mount Lavinia to come for Demodagora, it's far. Every week we go for Candy from Colombo to do a 2 hour class. No, no. The thing is for Colombo, why I'm not quitting is guys. Last year it was a big miss. Those buggers, they said, sir, we want courier Kera. Then they come and collect physical. They said, there, sir, my friends are also coming, sir. So I asked them to collect physically Kera. They have filled the Google form as couriering. We courier the tube. They came and collect physically. For us only, I mean, cost ne, we are couriering also. If couriering, there will be like 300 or 400 rupees. In vain, right? So that's what, if you are from Colombo, come and take. One day, ne. If not, put a pick me flash and take. Fine? Okay. Hurry. Now we'll do the paper. 37A. Balamu. So if you have any doubts, don't worry. On Friday, we have the open day. Ne? In the open day, I'll explain the structure. In open day, you don't have 24, you don't have any papers. So it will be open for free. So I'll say how the paper structure works and all. And mostly Island fourth. I think she will be talking and she'll giving you a study plan also. Okay. So usually we take Island rankers and they do a small program like a motivation session. So this week it's Island fourth. Maybe next week or after that, we'll take Island first. Will it be couriered in Colombo? No, no, no. If you're outside Colombo, it will be couriered. Okay, but if you are in Colombo, you have to come and take it physically, Taman. Can you make it happen fast? Why, man? Then don't you all trust my words then? Yeah, he will most probably speak in Tamil. Because I asked him to speak in English, but the problem is I feel when he speaks in English, he won't be sharing much stuff. He'll be memorizing and speaking. It won't be real words. So he'll be speaking in Tamil. Okay, you translate and see. And from which institute? Sateh, Demeter. Okay. Hari. So, Balana, question number 37A. Motor vehicles, passengers, external parties, and all parties are covered by blank insurance policy. So, here I think, wait, don't find the answer first. Ayyo, is it happening physical? Online, man. Okay. So, I forgot. Don't find the answer for the first blank. Before finding the answer, go and see the second blank also. Okay, so just see. So maybe you can think motor vehicle, passenger, external party, all parties are damaged are covered by we can write general insurance name. Is that correct? Yeah, what you are saying. If we just write general insurance, is that correct? I'm just asking a question. Is that also a valid answer? That's a valid answer, right? Just think, don't read the second one. Just read motor vehicle, passenger, external party. Yes, that is all general insurance. Then what made you to write maybe third party or full cover? Because the reason is you read the second answer also. That's what I say. In fill in the blanks, don't just write the answer by reading the first blank. Make sure you read both the blanks because both the blanks will have a connection. Okay, so see, motor vehicle, passenger, external parties, and all parties are damaged. All parties damaged are covered by blank insurance and only the external parties and properties. Here, kind of what's the insurance policy they are talking about? In first one, motor vehicle passenger. That means our motor vehicle, the passengers, okay, external parties and all properties. So here they're talking about motor vehicle insurance. So the insurance which covers everything. For that we say full insurance policy, or you can say another word also, comprehensive. Comprehensive. And in the second one, you can see only the external parties are covered. ඒකට අපි කියනවා third party කියලා. Third party කියලා. So remember, third party is mandatory for all the vehicle. If you want to run a vehicle in Sri Lanka, obviously the minimum insurance you have to have is third party. Okay, but if you take full insurance, Karana, which type of vehicles need full insurance policy? For example, think maybe your parents' car, or maybe motorbikes, or maybe three-wheelers. Full insurance is not needed. If they want, they can take. But definitely they have to have third party minimum. Okay, but there are some other vehicles where full insurance is compulsory. Yes, especially public transportation like buses and all those stuff. Heavy vehicles. Okay, and also vehicles which have been leased and rented. So for those type of vehicle, obviously it should be full insurance. Okay, fine. Next, question number 3, 5B. Describe two advantages of insurance for business organization. So the question word is describe two advantages of insurance for business organization. Okay, 4 marks. So first of all, say me one, 2 marks. I'm sorry. So say me one advantage a business gets due to insurance. One is what? One advantage because of insurance as a business, what you get. Simply, guys, when you get insurance, simple. You can transfer the risk. Good. All the business risk can be transferred. Okay, it is transferred. Ne? And also you can write another one also. Okay, you can take risk without any fear, because if there's any damage or loss, insurance company will cover that. Okay, another one you can write is when you have insurance, okay, you can do international trade without any fear, because there are international trade insurance, like for example cargo insurance and all, export credit insurance. For international trade here there are special insurance, so you can write it will facilitate international trade. Okay, yeah, okay, there is a lot term. Okay, I'll just go through the scheme as well. You don't need the teacher's guide answer, you can write in your own words. See, it will encourage investment. Okay, when the risk is covered, you will do expansion. Investment can expansion of the business. And also you can do international trade. And also you can minimize the damages to employee, because there is something called employer liability. Whenever employees are damaged or whenever they face an accident in company, company no need to pay, insurance company will pay. So it's an advantage. Okay, and also ability to cover the damages to customers also. When customer consumes the product and when they have any damages for them, as a company, yes, you have to pay, but insurance company will pay on behalf of you. Okay, so those are the advantages. Make it a writing one sentence is enough. 2 marks. So writing one lengthy sentence is enough. Okay, next one. Correct, Rabia. Next question number 13 and 14. Some of the risk associated with motor vehicles are given below. So they have given you the risk associated with motor vehicle. Out of the above, which group contains the risk that can be insured under motor insurance? So you are saying yes or no? Decay. Decay can depreciation. Can be insured depreciation? No. A cannot be taken. So first one is wrong, second one is wrong, third one is wrong. Accidents can be insured. Okay, wait. Be smart. There are only 2 options left. Fourth one or fifth one. Fourth also you have B. So obviously B is correct then. In both the option you have C. So C is also correct, which is thefting is also correct. Either it should be D or F. D is decline in market value. F is damages to third party. So if you take D, decline in market value, you can't take. Okay, that's not insurable. Okay, you can't take a gun back. So F, yes, damages to third party can be taken. If so, answer is the fifth one. Oh, sorry. Fifth one, ne? Or the answer is the fifth one. If had. And losses arising from sale also you can't insure. So answer should be theft, accidents, and damages to third party. Next question. Question number 14. From the following, the correct statement related to insurance. So correct statement related to insurance. So you're saying yes, so the first one, any risk can be insured. No, you can't insure any risk. Tenant has the right to insure the dwelling house. Tenant කියන්නේ the person who is living in a rented house. Okay, යා තමයි tenant කියන්නේ. The owner of the house is called as landlord. Only owner can insure. Landlord only can insure. The tenant, the person who is living in the house, they can insure. Wrong. When a property is insured in number of insurance company, damage occurred to the property can claim separately from each company. No, right? Okay, can't. Okay, yes, you can claim, but you have to claim on a proportion, right? So what's this principle they have mentioned? Very good. They're talking about contribution here. They're talking about what contribution here. Next one, employer can insure his employees. Is that correct? Boss can insure the employees. Yes. Can. Index number 4. Number 4. Next, part 2. Question 4.1. PSRE obtained, I think this question we discussed in revision also, Balanna. PSRE obtained a life insurance for his adopted child, Vasanta. Vasanta died at the age of 26 from a disease that he had since his childhood. Based on the principles of insurance, briefly explain two issues that PSRE may encounter when claiming the life insurance of Vasanta. So here they are saying PSRE insured his adopted child called Vasanta. The child died in 26 when he was 26 years old due to a disease which he had from the childhood. So they're asking when PSCD, that means the father, if he wants to get the compensation from the insurance company, he may encounter some issues. So those issues you have to connect with the principles of insurance. So first of all, say what are the principles of insurance connected here? What are the principles of insurance connected here? What are the principles of insurance connected here? Very good. One is insurable interest. Why insurable interest? So first of all, you have to say the policy first, principle. Then only you have to explain why insurable interest. Can I know the reason? Because adopted child, you can't take insurance for the child. Okay, so maybe for spouse you can take, or for your own life you can take, but for a child you can't take any insurance coverage. Okay. Yes. Okay. So you can write insurable interest to produce a legal document that they have given, but you can just write insurable interest is if you want to get insured, either you can get insurance for your own life. That means include the name. Write the name PSCD here. So PSCD had to obtain the insurance for his own life, or maybe he can take for the spouse's life. So there is no policy where a father can take insurance for their own child. Okay, fine. Next one. Utmost good faith is also violated. Why utmost good faith is violated? Can I know the reason? Why this policy? Why this principle is connected here? Very good. They are giving you a hint name. Vasanta had a disease from the childhood. Maybe we can say, maybe PSCD didn't disclose the true and material fact, which is Vasanta, his child, had a disease from the childhood. Maybe he have violated, but utmost good faith also. So maybe insurable interest and utmost good faith both can be violated. Okay, because of that, he may encounter an issue. Take a fine, Rabia. If you can manage the time, write it. No issues. Okay, fine. Next questions. Describe what is public liability insurance with an example. Okay, so what is public liability? There are many liability insurance. Liability means simple. As a company, you have to pay me. Liability කියන්නේ. But instead of you paying, insurance company will pay on behalf of you. So public liability insurance, can you listen carefully? So I don't think the scheme has a proper answer. Yes, okay. Public liability means simple. Any damages which can occur for the society, for the general public because of your business. When you do accounting, when you do company account questions, adjustment and all, you come across a adjustment where compensation paid or provision for compensation due to damages which is occurred to the society or something. Maybe think you're running a factory, you are releasing waste to the environment. They can file a case. If they file a case, the company will pay millions. So yes, you can get insurance for that. So if there's any problems like that, you can ask the insurance company to pay the compensation. Public liability. As a company, maybe sometimes we are liable for the general public. Okay. So public liability covers the damage which may occur to consumers in consumer product. This is wrong. This is not the answer. Because this liability insurance is different. Can I know the correct answer for this liability insurance? The insurance which you take, where when a customer gets impacted due to your product, the insurance company will pay. That is product liability. So here they have given you the definition of product liability. So this is wrong, huh? So public liability, you can write the definition. Public liability covers the damages that occur to general public or society due to business activities. Example, harmful waste corrections to environment. Some people are flexing with the academic skill. Negative externalities in production. Good, correct. Okay, correct, Rabia. That is also fact. Okay, Harry. So is that clear that? Another public liability, yeah. So the correct Sima. Okay, you can take. Yeah. Right. Next question. Question number 13. Okay. Bandara has obtained a third party insurance for his motor vehicle. Third party for his motor vehicle. While his son was driving this vehicle, it hit a house. Okay. Do that for 1 minute. Quickly take a screenshot. Others send me the answer for next question. 2018 question number 30. Okay. So while his son was driving the vehicle, it hit a house and damaged both the house and the vehicle. His son was also injured. According to the above case, insurance claim can be obtained only for third party. Third party means any damages for external parties only will be covered. So vehicle means their own vehicle. Yeah? So you can't take insurance. Again, vehicle can't. House, yes, that is external, right? So two is correct. Sun, you can't take. Insurance, ne? Okay, sun also can't. Third party, only the external parties and pedestrians, you can take the coverage. So answer is the second one. House is the answer. Okay. Question number 35A. An external party emerged through the operation of an insurance policy is called as external party. You go in the car, you go and crash someone. So now you have to pay a compensation for that someone. Ne? So for that someone, what do you say in insurance? Very good. We say third party kira. Third party, good. Next one. And insurance taken by the employer to pay compensation for accidents of employees. That is employer liability. Employer liability. Okay, good. Then fourth question, one. Provide for examples for non-insurable risk. Okay, so say me some examples for non-insurable risk which cannot be insured. Don't just say the example. Okay, you are saying me the risk category. For example, you are saying depreciation. Depreciation comes under which topic? Natural reasons. Say maybe you can take risks that happen naturally. That happen naturally. Maybe you can write example. For that, you can write example depreciation. Any other risk? Yes. Risks due to wrong decisions. Due to wrong decisions. Example, employees leaving. Then any other stuff? Risk connected to individuals. Very good, Vaishali. Risk connected to personal talents. I'll take that. Okay, personal talents. Example, you can take love, exam failures, and all those stuff. Yeah, one's ability. Another one, risk due to change in designs, change in technology. Okay, example, fashion. So these are some examples. Okay, so it's better to write the criteria and an example also. So I'm having it down. If a person insured a life insurance and he suicide, does he get compensation? No, because it should be natural, uncertain. Business loss also you can take. That is also correct. Is that clear? Clear, right? Can we write aging under the first one? Yes, that happened naturally. Yes. Okay. Hey, now, next question B. Sri Lanka Insurance Board has established to contribute the development of insurance industry. State four activities performed by this board. Okay, so say four activities of an insurance board in Sri Lanka. Activities of insurance board. Okay, I have said you can write some common points as well. Ne? You can write they are the people who register the insurance companies. And not only that, they are the people who issue license to insurance agents. Okay, and you can write this is a common point. Some they are the people who monitor the activities of insurance companies. Okay, yes. The other common points you can write is they are the people who advise the government on how to improve these insurance policies and industries. And you can write they are the people who accept public complaints connected to insurance. So these are common points where you can write not only for insurance, even for Securities and Exchange Commission Board. You can write the same. Okay? Correct, Paishali. Ekat ganna පුළුවන්. That means Kiana, I'll move for the next part. That is that. That. Okay. You can take a screenshot. Fine. Yes, these are the answers. Okay. Next question. There is no part one in 2019. There is only part two question. Part two, okay, 4-2B. 4-2B. Balamo, only one question they have tested. Describe employee liability insurance. Did we go through this? Yes. Did we study this insurance policy? Yes or no? Employee liability, yes. Ne? Okay, but guys, we'll be smart a bit. So we are not gonna write only the liability insurance definition. With that, we'll add some another stuff also. What we can add? Since it's a 2 mark question, we can add something. Yes, one is the definition. It's better if you can write an example also. So it's better if you can write an example. Think maybe an employee who was working in a factory, there was a injury due to what? Maybe a cut of the machine. Okay, or maybe he fell down. Or practical example clear. Okay, fine. Next 2020. So see, liability insurance is repeating again and again. 2020 question number 11. Okay, matching. A good question. So don't read the principles, read the descriptions first. First one, the direct incident which causes the damage to the insured property. Direct incident which causes the damage to insured property. Proximate cause. So proximate cause, it should be A. B. Genuine interest of the insuree for insuring a certain object. In genuine interest. Insurable interest. Okay, so it's C. First one is C. Sorry. First one is B. The legal right an insurer holds to claim compensation paid to the insuree from the third party. Getting someone else's compensation pay. Subrogation. Okay, so that is subrogation. Good. Next one. We are in 2019, dear. Maimuna, you no need to join because insurance we didn't do in 27. Okay, fine. Disclosing all relevant information pertaining to insurance agreement by the insurer and insurer. Good, utmost good faith. D. An insurer is able to compensate only the extent of the loss, that is indemnity. BEDAC. Answer number 2. Answer number 2. Okay. Answer number 2. Next question, question number 4 to B. Okay, state 4 ways of identifying non-insurable risk. Same thing. But here there's a difference between the previous question and this question. Can anyone say me what's the difference? State 4 ways of identifying non-insurable risk. Can anyone say me? Earlier also none, right? No, 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 no. Sadhu, good. Simple. In the previous one, we wrote the criteria and the examples also. But in the question, they were specifically asking for example. Here, what should you write there? Here, what's the main thing they're asking from you all? Example, the criteria. The example, the criteria. They're asking you the criteria. So the same criteria which we wrote, you can write. What are the criteria we wrote? That happens naturally. Okay, due to changes in technology, bad management decision, business losses, ability and talent, which cannot be forecasted. So you have to just write the criteria only. Okay, so don't go with weak up and all. No, those criteria only you have to write. In the previous one, they are specifically asking the example. Is that clear? Ternada? So same thing only repeated, but we'll add something. Same way the characteristics and insurable risk must have. Yes, Zainab. Yes. What are the characteristics then? If you take your insurance, if you take a risk, if you want to insure that risk, then what are the characteristics it must have? Very good. We say V cup here, V cup. That means they had to have verifiability. Verifiability kiyanne, there should be ample of evidence to prove that, okay, this is the reason for the damage. Okay. C means casualty. Casualty kiyanne, the damage should occur uncertain. You don't know when it will happen. Okay. U means unconnectedness. The damage should be easily identified. Okay. So, for example, war and all, you can't take compensation because all the risk occur, everyone is facing the damage at once. Okay. And P means predictability, which means there should be a financial value. Maybe you can use this one also and convert it to non-insurable risk. How? Risk which are not verifiable, not predictable, which is connected, which is certain. So maybe you can convert these into non-insurable risk also. So that is also correct. Okay. Done. Shall I move on? Okay. Fine, fine. Okay. There's another question. What is meant by general liability? Yeah, what is this liability then? Can anyone say me? What is general liability insurance? Yeah, can Ravi. The correct. You. What is general liability? No, it's not public liability. Public liability only we discussed. There is a difference between public and general. Okay, careful listen up. Careful listen. So you all know what is employer liability. Employee liability means the insurance which cover any damages for employees. Then you have product liability, that is for the customers. Then we learned public liability, that is from third parties. Third parties means like the society, like the community. Okay. Then you have something called professional liability. That means the damages that can occur due to a profession, like the doctors and all think if the patient gets any damage or injuries due to a mistake of a doctor, so you can take compensation. And next one, you have a property owner liability. What is property owner liability? This is not only for businesses, even just property owners can take. Just think you have a house, in there's a garden. In that garden, there's a big tree. Okay, that tree is leaning towards the road. And this you are responsible. This tree is yours. You only plant it's near your home garden. Okay, so it's yours completely. So it's leaning towards the road. Suddenly, because of a heavy wind or whatever, the tree just broke. I mean, it fell down. Because of that, there was a big damage on the nearby properties. You are liable to pay. You are liable to pay the municipal council because it's a public road. Take a property owner liability. Okay, so for that also you can take an insurance asking the insurance company to pay. And what is this? So property owner understood. What is this general liability means? If you can't categorize a liability of any of the topics, they come under general liability. Wait, what is general liability? Easy example. You go for a shop. As a customer, you go for a shop. Okay, so while going into the shop, the floor is very slippery. You slip and fall down. Okay, whose mistake? Is this your mistake or the business mistake? Maybe the business, they have not said the floor is slippery here, there is no any precaution. That's business mistake. Ne? So you are damaged. There is an injury for you. Is company liable to pay compensation for you? What do you all say? Is the company, the business liable to pay? Yes. So under which liability you have to classify that? It's not a product because customer didn't consume the product yet. You just visited the showroom. Not an employee, no public, no professional, no property owner. That comes under general liability. Any other category of liability comes under general liability insurance. Okay. So you can take like that. Are a customer's damage. Customer is not wrong because as a business, if you clean the floor, you have to put first of all. So I mean, what wet floor kera monahari caution ekak දාන්න ඕනේ. Okay, maybe think there's a construction happening. It's your responsibility to make customers aware. Okay, so that's what general liability. If a third party is injured or property is damaged due to business activity. Yeah, that is also correct. Okay, that is also correct. But write this definition which I'm gonna give for general liability. Make a do we have a text? Yes. Any damages that occur for customers due to careless mistakes of business activities during the operation time or during the operational period. Yeah, correct. Vaishali, it is occurred from business activities. So just, I mean, customers visiting the showroom is also like a business activity name. So if customers consume your product and if there's a damage, only product liability. Here consumers didn't consume yet name. It's like a general stuff. They just visited the showroom. So it's a responsibility of your company to do that activity. Okay. Okay. Oh, done. Public means the damages which is occurring to the society. For example, you release harmful waste to the environment. So the complete general public, okay, the public, the society is getting the impact. Here in general liability, the first thing you understand, if there is any liability, if you can't categorize under any of the topics, it falls under general liability. Another way you can take is any, I mean, damages which occurs for the customers due to careless activities of business. Okay, so don't if the customers consume the product, that is product liability. But all the customers don't consume the product. They simply like think about customers who are visiting your showroom or think about the parking allotment. Just think in your showroom, there's a parking slot. So a customer parks the vehicle. Suddenly, when he comes, the car is lost. Theft taker. So as a company, are you liable to that? As a company, are you liable to that? What do you all say? Are you liable for the theft? So they trusted and it's your parking slot, so you parked. Okay, so what's that liability thing? Is it public? No, they are not public. They are customers of the business, right? It's not product. Why still they didn't consume it? It's just a car they have parked. That falls in the general. Can you understand? General means any damages that is occurring to the customers due to careless activities of the business. So parking a car lost means it's a business responsibility to take due care of that. Okay? That others done. Okay. Next one. If you're not done, take a screenshot. 2021 paper. 2021, question number 15. Easy question. Life insurance is what? A feature of life insurance. First one. Yes, easy. So life insurance is similar to what? Savings account. Because life insurance, okay, you pay monthly premiums. If you die, there will be a certain amount paid to your beneficiaries. If you don't die means if you trespass the maturity period. For example, life insurance you take until the age of 60. If you are alive until 60, after that they'll pay you the company. Even though you are alive, they will pay you the premiums back with some return. So that's like a savings, right? Okay. Next one. Second one. It's based on indemnity. No. Life insurance, okay, we can't apply indemnity because there's no value for the loss. And also, it can be transferred for someone else. No, life insurance is specific for you. You can't transfer it for anyone else. Property is. If you sell a car, the insurance also will be transferred. It's not bounded by a specific risk. What are they trying to say here? Can anyone say me? And last one, should be renewed annually? No. Property only you have to renew annually. Okay, life you can't renew annually, so it's active. If you take for 60 years, it will be active. So it is not bounded by a specific risk means what? Okay. Guys, in life insurance, there's only one risk. What is that? In life insurance, death. That is the one risk you will face. Okay. So that's what they're trying to say here. It is not bounded by what? A specific risk. No, insurance is simply bounded by a specific. There is only one risk. Any damages to you. Simply death. Okay. So it should be bounded by a specific risk. You know the risk. Simply the risk is certain for you. In life insurance, you're 100% sure what's the risk you will face. Simply death. Okay, but here they're saying you're not bounded. That means what? You don't know what's the risk you will happen. No. Life insurance, remember always in week of and a week of policy, okay, they will violate the what C principle. Casualty is violated because why casualty means you don't know when you will face the loss. But life insurance, okay, you know when you will face the loss. But simply death, you know the risk you're gonna face. Okay. Uh yeah, health and life is different. Yes, bounded means certain. Correct. Diseases are not considered as different. No, we take a insurance called health insurance. Okay, that is not life. Life is for death. Okay, fine. So here the answer is the first one. Now, next question. Question number in you don't have part two question. Go for 2022 then. 2022 question number 17. An example for a business risk that can be insured is easy one. What's that? A business risk that can be insured. Fashion, no. Depreciation can't. Business loss can't. Fluctuation value can't. Default of tips. Yes, you can insure. Next question number 42. Easy questions, right? Name four types of insurance policy that come under liability. Did we study this? Liability insurance categories. Default of debt means what if your debtors don't pay? For example, I'm running a business. You are one of my debtor. I sold some goods on credit for you. Suppose if you don't pay the money, I'm at a risk. So I can go to the insurance company and say, Balana, there is a debtor. That debtor has to pay me 200,000. So if that person doesn't pay me the money, company, you only have to pay. So I can take an insurance for that. Take it on my debt. Default means not paying the money. Uh, yes, Marian, correct. Okay. So life insurance, it violates the feature of C. Yeah? Casualty is violated. Okay, so but even that is violated, we still consider as a what? Insurance. Okay, we take coverage for that. So we learned like this one. Yes. So Balana liability is repeated almost like 5 years consecutively. Okay, general, product, employer, public, professional, all those stuff. Yes, you can use that also, Ima, correct. Then fourth question, first one. Write to different. This is a good question. Write to differences between carefully read life insurance and health insurance. Okay. So I'll go through the table. In that table, they have defined clearly. Okay. So Balana. What was the answer for that? For what year? For what? You can write employer, product, professional, public, general, those ones. Okay. So here Balanna, life insurance and health insurance. So life means, remember, what did I say? The damages, the compensation will be paid only if you die, demise, death. Health is not for death. That is for your health expenses like surgical or hospital bills, etc. And also life insurance is long term. Okay. And health is not long term, it's short term. It's like term insurance. You say for a specific time. For example, I can take health insurance. I can take, okay, for these 5 years, if there is any damages, pay the compensation. Usually, think health insurance is offered by who? Think. No, no, no. Health insurance, I don't know how to ask that question. Not hospitals, okay? Think practically in business term. Who offers health insurance? Okay, I'll make it more simple. If you take a company, if you take an organization, for employees, do they give insurance? Ah, good Sam. Do they give insurance for employees? Yes, right. What type of insurance they give? Life or health? Life or health? Ah, health insurance. They can't give life insurance. Because do you think employee will work until they die? No. If they are working like that, means yes, you pay the premiums until they die. It won't happen. Eh? Employees will one day definitely leave your organization. Once, for example, if you are giving life insurance, you know what has to happen? Okay, even employees leave the organization as a company, you have to pay premiums until that person dies. Mongol, it is not practical at all. Ne? Health insurance is not like that. You will give insurance until they work. If they leave the organization, insurance is also invalid, terminated. Ah, so simply it's a short term. Okay. Then life insurance, financial support for family. That means when you die, the compensation will be paid for your family beneficiaries because you won't be there to enjoy. But health care, the compensation will be paid to you. That means your hospital bills will be paid. Okay. Then damage is certain. Death is 100%. We know when we will face death. But this is uncertain. Why? Diseases, we don't know when we will have the diseases. Accident surgeries, we don't know when it will happen. And also life insurance, you can't mortgage. With that, you can't take a loan. Health, sorry, you can take a loan. Health insurance cannot be mortgage. Is that clear? The difference between life and health. Yes, Katsina. Clear there. Ah, no, no, no. Don't write a indemnity. Yeah? What about indemnity? For which one indemnity applies? That is also somewhat good. Correct. For which one indemnity applies? එහෙම ලියන්න එපා රබියත්. Not relevant to death means කියන්න reason. Yeah. Yes. Maybe for health, indemnity applies. How you can say indemnity applies? Life ekata, yes. There is no indemnity. Indemnity you can't. Because once you die, they can't come and see the value of your body. කරන්න බෑ. But health insurance, yes, they can see the value of the loss. How? Hospital bills. Okay. So if you take hospital bills and all, surgery cost, there is a value in it. So yes, maybe, I'm not always, maybe indemnity is applied. Why I'm saying maybe, but there are some risks, there are some damages which comes under health where indemnity is not applied. Same in example. Yes, correct, Mariam. Mental issues are no man. Think. Mental issues, you can't take coverage at all. Everyone will say, I'm mental care, there is compensation. Not kidney failures, no. Maybe kidney failure, you have to replace a new kidney. There can be what? A compensation they be paid. Heart attack, no. Death, no. Okay, think about any, for example, think about the damages which can happen to your hands or maybe legs. If any of your body part is worn out, maybe your hand is broken or removed completely, cut off. So ඒකට can they pay what compensation? Especially like very good, like injuries working. Very serious injuries, maybe your legs are taken off. ඒකට can they pay compensation? Can't. Because they can't. For example, they are giving 5 legs. With that 5 legs, can you buy a new leg and put? No, you can't. So at that time, they can now. If I give you 5 legs, can you put a new arm for you? New legs? Can we? No, right? Okay. So here, in sometimes indemnity is not applicable. Some are saying Iron Man himself. Okay, I hope it's clear. Huh? Fine. Uh, is that all? Do we have another question? There's another question, I guess. What's the other question we have? Indicating whether a tenant could insure rented house. Briefly explain the insurance principle which was based for your answer. First of all, say me. Can a tenant insure a rented house? Tenant means the person who is living in the house. No, can't. Why they can't? Say me. Okay, why they can't? Say me. What's the principle connected? Yes, they don't have insurable interest. Why they don't have insurable interest? You are saying, sir, tenant can't insure because they don't have insurable interest. Why they don't have insurable interest? Why? Because simply they don't have the ownership of the product or they don't have the ownership of the property. Simple answer. Okay. So that's what you have to mention there. Then what's the next paper we have? 2023. Okay, question number 40. The purpose of obtaining a motor vehicle insurance. I think this is my paper. Yeah. Buy an insurance would be, what's the main purpose of obtaining an insurance? Uh, the main purpose of obtaining insurance is to transfer the risk, not minimize, transfer the risk. When you face a damage, you only have to pay compensation, but insurance companies pay. So they are transferring the risk, right? So that is third one. Third one. In question 3.3. Question 3.3. What is meant by subrogation principle? So you all understood me what is subrogation? I'll just show you the answer also. It's not clear, ne? Understood me? Subrogation means, but careful. Subrogation has two definitions. One is whenever you face a loss because of someone else, okay, you will also get compensation from your company. That person also had to pay you a compensation. Okay. So I'll make it more complex. For example, this is your car. You go, I mean, someone else, maybe a lorry is crashing your car. Complete mistake is on the lorry. Okay. So will your insurance company pay compensation for you? Will your, yes, ne? Okay. Your insurance company also will pay because your car is damaged, ne? If they are paying compensation, what type of insurance policy you have taken? Can I know that? What type of insurance policy we have taken then? Your car is damaged. Because of the accident, your car is damaged. What type of motor vehicle insurance policy they have taken? Full insurance, ne? So only in full insurance, any damages for your car is paid. Okay. So in subrogation, you have to assume that, make assumption. You have to assume that you have taken full insurance. And now the lorry only crashed your car. Is the company, is the insurance company of lorry is also liable to pay the compensation for you? What do you all say? Yes or no? Yes. They are also liable to pay the compensation for you. Okay. They will also pay the compensation. So if they're gonna pay, what type of insurance would lorry would have taken? It can be anything. Because in full insurance also third party is covered. In third party fire and theft also that is covered. Even in third party also it is covered. So any type of insurance third party is covered. So simply you are a third party here. Okay, so you are getting compensation in both the companies. But you can accept only one. Which company's compensation you will accept? Yours or the other parties? Ours, ne? Okay, so our companies, our insurance company compensation only we accept. The other companies is rejected. Rejected means the money we won't get, the money will be given for our company. Our insurance company will take that money. Okay, itu namanya subrogation. There is another definition also. Can anyone say me? What's the other part of subrogation? Any smart fellows? Very good, Sujira. Think the other one is there was a keyword called debris. What is debris, Kiani? Debris means when once you face an accident, think maybe in your car the tire is completely gone. Okay, so to replace the tire, they're asking, for example, we say 60,000 to replace one tire. Okay, the insurance company will give you the 60,000. But the remaining part of the tire, maybe the rim or something, that will be taken by the insurance company. ඒකට තමයි debris කියන්නේ. Debris means when you face an accident, the remaining parts are there. The damaged parts are that what insurance company will take. You may ask why. Because sometimes even you can sell those debris and you can get some money like scrap value. You can get some income from that. So you are getting money from insurance company also. You are selling this and also getting money. So unfairness. So what they do, they pay the 60,000 and they say, okay, to replace this new tire, you need 60. Take this 60, give the what old tire for us. We will use it for something or we'll sell it. Okay, true. Ne? So you get a subrogation. Okay, so there are two answers here. Next one, introduce marine cargo insurance. So marine means the insurance which they can sell that, ne, Hirish? The rim or something they can sell for, normal steel shops are there, they can sell that, ne? Okay, so marine means the ship insurance. So one is you take for the ship, the other one is you take for the cargo. The insurance which you take for the ship is called as what? Hull insurance. For the cargoes is called as cargo insurance. So the question is here is about cargo. So cargo means the insurance which is covered for the stock, the cargo which is taken during the voyage. So say me the categories of cargo insurance first of all. What are three types of cargo insurance we have? First one is the valued policy. Okay. Valued policy means each voyage. What is each voyage? That means each and every journey is insured. Okay, here you do trade very frequently. Once in a, not frequently, very rarely. Once in a blue moon only you do. So what you do is whenever you do a voyage, whenever you do a trade, at that time only you will go and get the what coverage. Okay, for example, for an year you are doing only 5 international trade, Kela. Each and every trade you will go and insure. The second one you have is the open policy, or you can say floating policy, or you can also say another word, blanket policy. So in this, it's not about each voyage. Here it's about the complete time period. Time period means what? Here, you take for a specific time. Maybe you are doing trade very frequently. For an year, you're doing like 40, 50 times. So you can't go and insure to the insurance company each and every voyage. 40, 50 can lots of time. So what you do, you say for this complete year, whatever the trade I'm doing, you have to insure everything. एक open policy can. Last one, you have future time. What is future time means? If there's any delays in delivering the stocks, okay, if because of that delays, if there's any damages to the stock, insurance company will pay you the compensation. Example, think vegetable, food items, animals and all. If there's a delay, maybe it can be damaged, it can be impacted. So for that also, you can take a compensation. Floating and open are the same. Yes, floating and opening are the same. Floating, open, blanket. Both are all three are same. Is that clear? Cargo insurance? Jettison is not type of cargo. Jettison is something extra stuff. Jettison can, for example, here you have your ship. In that ship, there is a lot of container. So we'll say, for example, the container which was at the top, it caught fire. So if you don't remove this, the other stocks also will be damaged. So what you do is, you simply remove the stock. ඒක තමයි jettison. Simply removing the stocks in order to protect the other stocks. Or we'll say maybe the ship pack, if you take the weightage due to heavy wind or maybe due to high currents, sea current and all, you feel that you have to remove some stocks, remove some container. Okay, at that time you'll decide, okay, maybe we are going to remove these two containers here. You remove them to the sea. ඒක තමයි jettison කියන්නේ. Okay, so when you remove like that, think these stocks are damaged, it is wasted. So for that, what will happen is all the other container holders are there. They had to get together and pay a compensation for this. It's not the responsibility of the ship captain or anyone. All other containers, all other owners, they only had to pay a compensation for that. Okay. Yeah, it's better to write the types also big, okay, than writing only the definition. Okay, is that clear? Yes, others okay, mate? Day 2024. Question number 12. Indemnity principle of insurance will not be applicable for life insurance. Simple. Third one is the answer. Third one is the answer. Then question 4.1. Name two beneficiaries of life insurance. Okay, so say me the beneficiary. So it's fifth one. Wait, did I make a mistake? Sorry. That's fifth one. 1, 2, 3. This is four, and this is five. Ne? Okay, so that's fifth one. Thank you. Next question is what? Okay, fourth one, first one. Name two beneficiaries of life insurance. Beneficiaries kya? If you pass away, okay, who are the people pass away? Life insurance, okay, who are the people who can enjoy the benefit? First one is the insured, and second one is the nominated beneficiaries. You can't just write beneficiaries. Nominated beneficiary. Insured means you. I said only if you die, they won't pay compensation. If you pass that age limit, if you pass that maturity also, they can pay you the compensation. Nominated beneficiaries kya you say, if I die, give the compensation to my children or to my wife or to my husband or to my parents. Ek nominated beneficiary kya. Next one, state two benefits an exporter can obtain through export credit insurance. So this is a new type of insurance. Export credit is simple. You export some products to a customer, an importer who is in a foreign country. You are doubtful. If I send the goods, what if that person doesn't pay me the money? It's about the payment. Export credit is not about the stocks you export. It's about the payment. Will I get the payment? Take a question mark. For that, you can take an insurance and say, if I don't get the payment from the importer, insurance company, you only had to pay the what compensation. Okay. Today we use a document for that. What's a document we use? Like a guarantee ka. Letter of credit. We say LC kila. So what are the benefits as an exporter you will get to export credit insurance is one thing is simply you will have a guarantee on payment. You will have a guarantee on payment. Okay. Second one, can do further expansion of trade. You can do more trade without any fear. Okay. Next, export credit insurance, they also helps in finding new customers. Because if they find new importers, they can connect to you. If they connect to you, only you will do export. Only if you do export, you will get insurance. Then only that insurance company will get premiums, right? So they will help you to find customer, helps in finding customers. Okay. Provide information about foreign market. They'll say, now don't send that for this market, for these customers in this country, don't export. They should tuck this. There will be delay. Maybe European countries, if you take, maybe they will have a delay in the payment because of too much of regulation. Don't do. So they give some information about the foreign. Okay, fine. Is that clear? That is also correct, Rabia. That is considered as one point. Clear, right? Okay. And the last paper, 2025. Bad debts can be avoided in this. Ekadhari. Okay. 2025. Question number 70. What is the insurance coverage that provides financial protection to businesses against product recalls? Okay, product recalls means product defected. What's the answer? 1, 2, 3. This is 3, 4. This is 5. I don't know. Is that the order or did I mess up with the order? Correct me. Okay, so it's a fifth one. Product liability. Product liability. Product liability. Next, 39B. The right of insurance company to request reimbursement from the fault party is called as what? The right of insurance company to request reimbursement from the fault party. Be smart. So confusing. I didn't understand. Read the next sentence. Principle of paying claim for same coverage by several insurance company. What is that? When several companies pay compensation for you, that is called contribution. Contribution mostly goes with what? As per. Because contribution is a sub-principle of indemnity, right? What's the other sub-principle of indemnity then? Subrogation. Now you understood. So it's about what? Perfection. It's about connection. Now you can apply. Yes. insurance company, they request reimbursement from the fault party. That means the lorry owner, that lorry owner's company. Okay, now you go with what? Connection, not the perfection. Then question three, fourth one. Will we be trained for this in MBS? Yes, hopefully, yes. Oh, I can show you. Wait, there's the techniques. I hope you can see. Okay, so this will be the instructions you have to follow. Then the MCQs, how to create MCQs, fill in the blanks, short answers, instructions. Okay, then the question types, paper one techniques, fill in the blank techniques, short answer techniques. Okay, so make it just like a theory. You have to just read it, but when we're doing the paper, you have to apply practical. Okay. Fine. Hari. Part two question. Did you modify it from last season? You mean the papers or the techniques? Papers. Paper, yes, it's modified. I made new papers, man. I can't give the same paper. If I do that, for me, patte easy, right? I had to do the papers. I think only one paper, okay, I took from the last batch. That was a good paper. Okay, other all the 11 papers, I think I only made. That means with new questions, with that team only we prepared. Now you can have the book, but those questions, I mean, those papers you won't see. Only one paper, I think it's repeated because some papers I have included in the model paper book. Ne? Or a model paper I have included two MBS paper. Ne? And here one paper will be included. Other papers will be based on the current trend. Okay. But because we had include some current trend questions also, ne? So I have updated that also. Hurry. Next one, 3, 4. Explain the role of Insurance Regulatory Commission of Sri Lanka. Did we discuss this? Yes. Okay. General insurance, not IRCL insurance boards okay, functions. Careful. For this, we can say another word. Insurance regulatory. We say IRCSL. For that, another word you can say is insurance board. Okay. Then the last one, state four types of general insurance offering provided by insurance company. General insurance, theft, fire, motor vehicle, liability, goods in transit, money in transit. Those are the what? Yeah, marine insurance. Those are the general insurance policy. Okay, fine. That's all then. Is that clear? All good. That's all nice. Yes. Okay. It's a small chapter. So next week, general insurance, Liana. Fire, theft. Did you join late, Asa? Fire, theft, motor vehicle, natural disasters, liability, goods in transit, money in transit. Insurance is easy. Maybe for your batch, they will make it hard. How many revisions papers are in their total? Revision papers, I think I'll stop for now. Revision papers, I'll make 2 papers and I'll share on me. I don't think I'll keep an exam because we don't have time, right? So, like a practice bagi, you can do. Okay, part one, part two. Yeah. So currently it is under preparation. Then from June, you will have the what, full paper series. You will have 4 full papers. Okay. And also, guys, theory fellows, there is no class this week. There is no theory class because this month I didn't give you out of the holidays or anything, right? Okay, so again, this week there won't be online class theory and also revision. I shared you the recording. Yeah. So that's it then. Bye. Good night. God bless you all. Debris can remaining parts of a damaged vehicle or damaged property kila liyan. Term exam is next Monday, 27th. Bye. Night.